Hey there, this video is to show you how to set up a party link. If you would like to set it up for the outlet for yourself, you can do it as a mystery party or just a shopping link and to share. You don't have to do it as a mystery hostess or anything. You can just set up this party, you'll get a link, and then you can share it, and if people order and use it, you can get Hostess Rewards. So I went in through the My31 app, and then click there. On the top left, the menu will come out, and you're going to select parties, and you're going to click the plus sign to create the party, and you can say outlet sale orders. I don't type well on here. I should be using my keyboard, but outlet sale orders, or if you are doing it as a mystery hostess in a VIP group, you could call it mystery hostess, and you can put in a description here of just outlet sale, and put it done. Party type is online party. The end date I would put as the 31st. And default ship to. This is where you want to select that, and you want to do direct ship only, because you do not want people to place orders and select ship to hostess when it's an outlet sale order, because items that are, even if they're paid for in the order, they do not ship, and really inventory isn't pulled until something ships. So on a party like this, when you're setting up a link, if you have outlet sale orders or any type, when there's, sale items, you want to do direct ship only. This will force them to have it shipped to them. And then show on your site. This one, click that. And then you can go on the top right here to next. And then this is your hostess. When it is me that's doing it, I do put in my own information initially. And then I always change it before I close it to my daughter's name, my dog's name, or I might just call it mystery hostess in the first and last name. But other people I do know put in a different name right at the beginning. But I think that can confuse people, so I do my name in there, and then I just remember to change it, because for tax purposes, you don't want to be taxed on the hostess rewards that you get. And then so you got the information there. I did use the find option, which is this top right. That's where you can search using it, or you can type it in. It's just sometimes you're going to end up with duplicates, and it's easier to just use the find. I find. There you go. All right, then you click the verify address, the show address to customers. I, in this situation, for sure wouldn't. Home party, I would, or even a regular party, I would. So then save, and now you see you have your outlet sale orders here. So you can click on that to go back in, and now you're gonna see it's set up. You got your direct ship only, and the show on site should be on there. This is sometimes gotten me, but it does say it's there, so I just checked it. I do also check it anyways after, but so then you have your hostess info and link to party. This send hostess portal link. If you haven't seen that yet, I would send that to yourself, because then you can see what your hostesses will see if you are a consultant who is wanting to have parties with people. So you can do the send hostess that to somebody else or yourself, but the shopping link, this is the link to party. If you click it, it's going to pull up not what I want. That's weird. So what do we got here? There we go. Odd. So there's my link up here. And when I click it now, this is how it looks. Other times you can long press it on some browsers if you want to copy it. Mine, it comes up with this top one, and then there's the little double little box or double little things here. There's the share button, and then there's the edit on the far right. So the first one I usually do is the copy, which is that first little icon, and bottom you'll see it says URL copied. So that is what I do initially, because I then take that and I do two things with it. One, I, in my phone, go into an email, and I put an email draft to myself and with the subject, because a lot of times hostesses or I want to have that link handy, so I paste it there. That way I know it's sitting in a draft and I can come back to it. Some people have notepad options. I prefer to do it this way. That's one thing I do. Another thing I do that people have asked me about, and I will tell you or show you real quick, is I go to, well, first I'm going to do it this way, then I'll come back to that. Sorry, ADD, but this is easier. So now I'm back where that I copied that link from. There also is a share icon right here. So you can click that little share icon, and it's going to come up with all your options that you can share that link. You can send it personal Facebook messages, your text messages, variety of things. But still, to reshare it over and over again, I still prefer to have that link, because you really do want to send personal messages to people with info about your outlet sale. So I'm going to, though, I also often just send things to myself. I have just done that, so then I open that up and I click send, and that is, I put outlet so I can search it, and then that is it. It didn't come up, so there we go. So it's also here. Now in Facebook Messenger, if you want to copy a link, you can long press here, and it will press open link, save to Facebook, or copy. I don't usually use the save to Facebook here. I usually copy it. But this is just in general. Anytime you have something you want to copy from Messenger, you can long press it, and then you should get a menu that says copy. You could then go into your text messages and go over to, I'll send it to Ariel, and then you could long press in the bottom and you see paste, and then you can send it. So, excuse me. All right, so back to where we were was on the sharing the link, I believe. And let me just make sure I have that where I wanted. So I had shared it with that little link that came up. So what I also do personally, you don't have to. I just really don't like those long URLs. They just bug me. They take up text time, and as many of you know, I text in full sentences, so I need to shorten my links as much as I can, and I'm working on not having such long messages. But in the meantime, I go to tinyurl.com, and the link is already pasted or copied to the clipboard, so I enter it, I long press in that field, pops up paste. There's that link. You can just do make tiny URL, and it will come up with a random smaller, but I prefer to go down here and I put my thing there, and actually you can see like more of some of the different ones that have come up. But then I would do outlet, and caps and don't really matter, but I just find it helps when people are viewing the link. They can decipher it if it's got the capitals in certain spots. So I do outlet Keeley 2019 maybe, and then if that's taken, it won't let you do it. But if it's not, so you do make tiny URL, and I should clarify, you can do the make tiny URL either way. It won't tell you if it's taken until you try it, and it would come up with an error. So now it says the following URL, which is there, had a length of 52, and it shortened it to 36. Other times I've shortened it more. They have shortened them also out of there. But so then down here you can see there's a little copy to clipboard. So I copy to clipboard, that new one, and then I go over and I also would put that in my email. And Sometimes it is double. That's why, and I'm partly showing you because I should say I don't typically paste this other one, but if you don't want to go through the step of doing the tiny URL, then I definitely would save this longer one in an email. That's just a tip I've learned because it's easier than always having to go into the 31 app to find the link, especially if you have a hostess. Or even for this, if they say, oh, what's that link again? You can come up to this email draft and do it, or if you have it in Messenger. So that is setting up the party link in your 31 Today